Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Young here, and today I'm back in another Fortnite video, and in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys a very good strategy to use for some easy wins in Chapter 2. This is a strategy I've been using for probably a few weeks, and it's been very effective when I want to go for some easy wins, and I'm going to show you guys the exact reasons why, and exactly the strategy that I use that allows me to get such easy wins here in Chapter 2. And before we get into the video, I have a V-Buck giveaway. I'm going to be giving away 2,000 V-Bucks. And if you guys want a chance to enter this giveaway, all you guys have to do is to drop a like on this video. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel, turn on my post notifications, and as well leave a comment down below of either your Xbox gamer tag, your PSN gamer tag, or Epic account, and you guys will be entered into the giveaway. So make sure you guys do enter if you guys want a chance to win. And alright guys, let's go right to the video. Alright, so here I'm going to show you guys the exact strategy that I use that is super effective at getting me a lot of very simple and easy wins. I'm going to show you guys the reasons for why that is. So for landing location, I usually land right here past Salty Springs. And the reason why I land here is for a few reasons. So first, you have the slurp truck, so you're guaranteed full shield. At the very least, you are guaranteed full shield. Plus, there is going to be a chest over by this truck, as well as a chest under the bridge, and one chest that's a little bit to the left of this location, or to my right. As you guys see, there's going to be like down by the river is like a little hut where you can find a chest in there as well. So there's about 3 chests in this location, plus you're guaranteed full shield. And I honestly should have popped the slurp truck instead of my minis, but didn't really make too much of a difference. So this is a very good landing location for the reasons I just described. You have a couple chests, and on top of that, you're guaranteed full shield, because I've had so many games, or I know you guys have as well, where you've died off spawn for having, opening up like 4 chests and then just getting a bunch of fishing poles and harpoon guns, or maybe even a lightsaber, and you don't get any shield whatsoever. So this is a very easy way to have a very good landing location where you're guaranteed chests and also full shield off the spawn. So it really eliminates the RNG of dying off the spawn with no shield, which is probably one of the most frustrating and common deaths that you have in this game, dying off spawn to no shield. So this eliminates it. So a very easy landing location. Of course, I played a little bit slower than I normally would, just to show you guys where the chest is. But also, you can land there, grab the chest, hit the slurp truck, and then immediately push Salty, and you can still walk out of Salty with 3-4 kills. Of course, this strategy isn't for 20 kill plus games, but it's still going to be very effective for, I would say you could probably easily get 13 kill wins consistently with this method. No problem, because you are pushing almost right away. You're just guaranteeing yourself some full shield. And honestly, in this video, I was going to have 2 gameplays, but so I actually won 2 games, but this was the first one, and the second one, for whatever reason, my iMac just completely froze on me, so I only have this gameplay here, so it's a little bit less, not quite the 13 kills that I wanted to have, but this was the first game on. I basically won 2 games in a row, first games on, and I would have had the second gameplay as well, which I would have had, I think, about 12 kills in the game, or I did have 12 kills, but my Mac didn't save, it just froze, so that's super unfortunate. So I just have this gameplay here, but the same strategy I used in both of them. In this game, I mean, sometimes you just have games where people just die off spawn all the time, or maybe rotate a little bit later. So some games, even if you have a really good rotation, really good game, you're not going to be able to drop 14, 15 kills a game. But I feel like with this strategy, you're able to drop 12, 13, 14 kills pretty consistently if you play very quickly off the spawn, especially if you push Salty and a decent amount of people go there. But of course, the slurp truck was still over here, so I came back, got my full shield. And for rotation, a lot of people, I either go upwards to Pleasant, maybe towards the middle, or I think it's called Risky Reels. It doesn't have a name, but it was kind of like the Risky Reels back from the other seasons. These locations are going to be very hot for other players, and that's exactly where I went. I came back over here. I think I had about 2 kills and 19 left, and I think I had about 3 people push me out of the zone. I was getting spammed, and I think I got spammed from like 4 different guys with the snowball launcher this game. So of course I just built up, and you have to be careful as well, because one thing I did notice is that a lot of the zones have been across the map, so that's also something you have to be very careful of, and could maybe potentially lead to less kills. Because if you want to get a lot of kills, sometimes you have to make, I guess, quote unquote, bad decisions, because you have to make pushes. Like normally it would be better for me after this kill to just rotate to the next zone, but instead I did notice that I could potentially pick off a few more kills, so I decided to push towards the zone, even though it wasn't the best idea. necessarily for winning, and that sometimes you have to make that adjustment. But the whole concept of this rotation is to almost guarantee yourself a very, very good shield, at least off the start plus a lot of mats, plus very good loot. Because if you get really bad guns and you don't like him at all, you don't have to push salty. But if you get like a gold pump off the spawn first chest, which, you know, I feel like more people get that than me. But if you are able to get that kind of RNG and get very, very good guns off the spawn, then you can immediately push salty and walk out of there with 4 or 5 kills very, very easily. So this is, I feel like, a very good balance between winning a lot of games, having a decent amount of kills, and also a very good rotation. Because once if you land Salty Springs or buy Salty Springs, it's almost in the middle of the map. So a lot of times, unless you just have the almost unlucky zone possible, you're not going to get cucked by the zone whatsoever, just because Salty Springs is basically in the middle. So even if you have to rotate a little bit, it's not going to be a lot. So a very good landing location for the start of the game sets you off very well for the rest of the game. And just a quick side note, I know it depends what times you guys actually see this video, but I think they did put the fog out of the game. The 2 games I played, there wasn't any fog, which I'm so glad. I hated the fog so much, but I think they actually took it out of the game. I'm not 100% sure, but from the 2 games I did, that I played, I didn't have to worry about that too much, because all the random stuff that Epic puts in the game, you really do have to adjust to it. Because when you have about 7 little Timmies spamming you with lightsabers and snowball launchers, it makes you play very, very different. Because you're not going to be able to go for the same plays you otherwise would have wanted to go for. Because you have like 9 Timmies spamming you with direct impact snowball launchers, which is the most gay thing that I think Epic has ever put in the game. You know, I guess exception for mechs and the Infinity Blade, those are probably the only 2 things that top a impact snowball launcher. I mean, it's just absolutely stupid. And there really isn't too much counters. Like, there's certain weapons in this game, like the lightsaber and the snowball launcher that's in the game right now. I think they'll take it out when the I guess the winter months pass. But with those type of weapons in the game, it almost ends up cucking me here, because this guy actually hit me twice with it. I don't really know how. I tried to build, but unfortunately, this guy actually almost got a kill with me by only shooting a snowball launcher at me, which is kind of crazy. And I ended up getting that kill, and that was probably like the hardest kill this entire game. And the only reason that was bad is because I just got cucked by the zone. I didn't realize that guy was trying to push me at that end. But I ended up getting the kill on the guy. I had 7 kills with 2 people left. So of course, a lower kill game. But like I said in this video, I really wanted to demonstrate this strategy, this rotation, and landing location, because I think it's very good for getting a lot of consistent, easy, mid to high kill wins. Of course, some games are going to get a little bit lower, but I feel like this is a very good strategy for getting a decent amount of kills with a lot of wins. And also another thing I wanted to point out, because like I mentioned earlier when I talked about like the lightsabers and the snowball launchers, all the junk they add into the game, things like that actually drain your mats. And I'll just give you a quick example, right? So a snowball launcher blows up an entire structure, you know, as soon as you shoot it. Unless you have like a fully built steel or brick. Well, most people build out of wood. So say for instance you build a box. That's like 60 materials, right? You have 40 for each wall, then you have the cone and floor on top. So it's 60 materials, right? One snowball launcher hit drains 60 materials. So say if a guy has 10 shots in a snowball launcher and you're boxing up, say if you build perfect boxes, well, sometimes you're going to build a little bit more, but say if you build perfect boxes, him shooting 10 snowball launchers at you is the equivalent of him draining 600 materials out of you. So one thing that you have to keep in mind here in the season when they add new stuff into the game is you really do have to have a very, very high mat count as opposed to previous seasons, just because of the random garbage they add to the game that just drains your materials. So of course, with the lightsaber in the game, which it's probably going to come out pretty soon, hopefully, but it's something like that, you can pick up mats very fast. But even when they take that out with other guns, I feel like in this chapter especially, you have to have a lot of materials, otherwise it's just going to be an absolute pain and a nightmare to deal with, just because of the weapons in the game that just absolutely just drain every single material out of your soul. So you do have to keep that in mind when you are playing in this game and you want to go for consistent wins. I've had plenty of games where I've died because of no materials, so I do feel like having a lot of materials and prioritizing that is going to help you guys get a lot more wins here in Chapter 2. So those are going to be all my tips in this video. Hope this video helped you out. I hope this landing location and this landing rotation really helps you guys get a lot more wins. It's it's probably my favorite or go-to strategy in this season for wins, kills, all that kind of good stuff. So with that being said, that's what I put up for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys liked it, make sure you do drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already, turn on my post notifications so you guys are notified for every single new video, And alright guys, I'll see you next video.